you ever felt like something was watching you in the dark? Picture this. It's April 2019. Jason, the YouTuber behind ABY Mountain Trekkers, heads out for a solo overnight trip to the mountains. Jason's hike is uneventful. He arrives at his campsite, sets up his tent, and starts a fire. As the sun sets, he tries spoon carving, and that's when he hears it.
Keep hearing the strange noise up on the top of the mountain. I can't figure out what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like some kind of, almost sounds like a bird, but it doesn't.
A strange sound from the mountaintop. He dismisses it as a bird or small animal. At 9 p.m., Jason goes to bed, but an hour later, he's woken up by some disturbing sounds he never heard before.
I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Unable to identify it, he tries to sleep again, only to wake at 1 a.m. to the sound of something circling his tent.
Whatever it is, it's close. Hear that? Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
Jason grabs his flashlight and scans the area. If you look closely, you can see the reflection of eyes in the corner of the screen. Their fiery white glow suggests wolves or coyotes. Despite the potential danger, Jason seems unaware of the eyes watching him. Jason returns to his tent and sleeps through the night. The next morning, he records an update but never mentions the eyes, suggesting he might have never noticed them. Jason's video ends with no further updates on the incident, leaving us to wonder, what was truly watching him that night? It's a relief that Jason managed to sleep through the night despite being watched by something unseen. But that's nothing compared to the terror faced by this couple, who had to flee the woods in the dead of night to save their lives. What do you think happened? Picture this. It's September 2021. A couple embarks on a serene camping trip in the dense woods of Michigan. They seek solace in nature, but as the night deepens, they realize they are not alone. Around 4 o'clock, just before the break of dawn, the couple is woken up by strange noises. These sounds are unlike anything they've ever heard before.
It's weird. I don't think that's a deer. You would hear more than just that.
The couple's fear of the woods being haunted takes a back seat when they realize a more immediate and tangible danger: people with guns. The sounds of vehicles and gunfire pierce the early morning silence, sending chills down their spines. Knowing they are in grave danger, the couple makes a quick decision to escape. They leave the area as stealthily as possible. Their instincts prove right. The next day, they discover a horrifying truth. They find out that people were found dead in the same woods. The couple's narrow escape from the Michigan woods serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable dangers that can lurk in the dark forests. So stay tuned, because the encounters only get more chilling from here. You won't believe what happens in the final footage. But for now, brace yourself for what you're about to see next. Have you ever wondered what someone might do if they thought you were asleep and unaware? On the 5th of December 2017, a channel named Roadie uploaded footage of an incident that took place earlier that year. While he was car camping in a parking lot at around 1:30 a.m., a hooded man started walking around his truck and taking pictures of his license plates. Because the back of the truck where the uploader was sleeping was pretty much pitch black, the man probably didn't see anyone in there and continued to suspiciously walk around the truck for several minutes, unaware that he was being recorded. After a while, the man makes his way to the side of the truck and tries to shine the flashlight inside, which is when the uploader decides to take action to protect himself and let the man know he's there. Immediately after the uploader bangs his fist on the inside of the truck, the suspicious man runs away. It's unclear what exactly he planned to do, but based on his behavior, it couldn't have been anything good. Fortunately, the uploader was able to get away safely and spend the night elsewhere. This footage is shocking, but it happens more often than you might think. However, the next story is something you won't be able to explain. I'm sure it will leave you speechless. Would you dare to spend a night in one of the most haunted places in the world? YouTuber CJ Faison and his friend Mo did just that. Their story took place on August 13, 2023. They went on a chilling adventure to Burnt Bridge Road in Mississippi, one of the most infamous haunted locations in the world. Legend has it, the ghost of a young girl roams the area, attacking any travelers who dare to cross her path. As CJ and Mo begin their exploration, the eerie chirping of crickets fills the dark, making it seem like a quiet night. But it turns out to be anything but that.
Bro, that's a gunshot, bro.
Gunfire echoes in the distance. The supposed safety of their planned campsite is now in question. Before settling in, they decide to explore the woods. CJ recalls his last visit to Burnt Bridge Road, where he had a shocking encounter with a mysterious figure walking across the haunted bridge. The memory still sends chills down his spine. After a tense walk through the forest, they return to the van, attempting to sleep, but sleep eludes them. Strange noises emanate from outside, like someone touching the truck.
Hey, Chris, you up? Chris? You good?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah, you good?
I can't stop staring at the damn window.
You're still awake?
Fucking have not been able to go to sleep.
How long have I been asleep for?
Opting for stealth over confrontation, they close the shutters, though the door remains uncovered. CJ mentions the unsettling feeling of being watched.
I keep looking at that window. I feel like somebody's just gonna like pop in. Did you lock the door?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's locked. Okay.
Oh,
Come the fuck on, for real.
what was that? Not fucking now. What the fuck is that? I don't want to see anything.
Finally, they manage to fall asleep, but not for long.
Oh, yo, wake up, dude. What the fuck is that?
Was that an earthquake? What was that?
The van was just swaying side to side, dude.
Let's go out there and fucking look for it.
Fuck that, dude. I'm not going out there. Fuck that. It's
No, come
paralyzing.
on, seriously.
No, I'm not going out there, dude.
Is the van still rocking?
Feel it.
What the fuck is that?
The van starts shaking violently, jolting CJ and Mo awake. Heart pounding, CJ steps outside to investigate. He walks over the bridge, finding no one, until he sees a shadowy figure.
Oh! Fuck me!
What was that?
Okay. In the van. In the fucking van. In the van.
CJ sprints back to the van and locks the door behind them. Then they hear a disturbing sound. The tension mounts as they realize they are not alone. And then it happens.
fuck is that? I don't know. Oh, it's not the van. Fuck! Fuck! What are you doing right now?
I'm getting to my fucking floor is what I'm doing.
A loud knock on the van sends CJ's soul leaving his body in sheer terror. They spent the rest of the night huddled in the van, the silence haunting. Who do you think was lurking around their van that night? An unseen force playing with them? Or something more sinister? Some questions are better left unanswered. But what we do know is that we've finally reached one of the most shocking camping encounters ever recorded. Imagine being all alone in the middle of the night, terrorized by something unseen. It all happened on the night of February 7th, 2024. Bear, the adventurous YouTuber behind the channel Exploring with Bear, embarks on a solo overnight trip deep into the woods. He's hoping for a night of eerie encounters, but what he gets is far beyond his wildest fears. Bear arrives at his campsite, sets up his tent, and starts a campfire. The forest around him is dark and silent, creating an atmosphere of suspense. As night falls, he prepares for bed, but the silence is soon broken by bizarre noises, suggesting he's not alone. After waiting for about 20 minutes without hearing anything further, Bear decides to investigate. He ventures into the dark woods, his flashlight cutting through the inky blackness. Just 5 minutes into his exploration, something unexplainable happens.
That's just fall from up there. That's what I was telling you guys about the widowmakers when you're pitching your tent.
A branch crashes down in front of him, seemingly thrown with force. Opting for safety, Bear retreats to his campsite, hoping to get some sleep. But his ordeal is far from over. Bear is jolted awake by a loud sound coming from the woods. This is just the beginning of a new wave of terror.
It's throwing stuff at the tent. I'm armed.
Something, or someone, starts throwing objects at his tent. Each thud against the canvas heightens his fear as he lies there, heart racing, waiting for the right moment to escape.
But, my heart's still about to beat out of my chest, and, I'm gonna take this opportunity and leave right now before whatever that was. Sounded like there was two of them. There's people, creatures, whatever that was. I am leaving before they come back. I do not feel safe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not.
With a surge of adrenaline, Bear seizes the moment to flee to safety, leaving his gear behind. The next 7 days are a blur of fear and anticipation. When he finally returns to retrieve his belongings, the forest seems quiet again, but the memory of that night remains haunting. But this is nothing compared to this last story. So brace yourself for what you're about to see next. Ever wondered what really happens deep in the woods when the sun goes down? Join Grizzly Gaz and his loyal French bulldog Fendi as they face an unexpected and eerie encounter that will leave you questioning everything. Grizzly Gaz, a well-known YouTuber, has built a reputation for his daring camping adventures across the UK. As the trip began, everything seemed routine. The footage shows Gaz setting up his tent, chopping wood for a fire, and preparing for a cozy evening. As Gaz started preparing a steak dinner over the campfire, an unexpected visitor emerged from the shadows.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye, pot boiling for some mash, and I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light in my pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random creep wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
I don't think I was. I could have been.
A man, dressed in jeans and a coat, approached the campsite, asking for beer and food. The encounter, though initially tame, quickly turned unsettling. Despite the oddity of the situation, Gaz shared his meal with the stranger, who revealed his name was Martin. Martin, homeless and struggling with a past marred by drugs, shared his tragic story. But then, without warning, Martin abruptly left the campsite while Gaz was distracted, chopping wood. He disappeared into the darkness without a word of thanks, leaving Gaz on edge. Concerned for his safety and the security of his equipment, Gaz decided to leave the campsite. He feared Martin might return with ill intentions or even with others to rob him. Before leaving, Gaz set up a trail camera on a tree to capture any activity during the night. The next morning, he returned to the campsite, only to find the trail camera missing. Martin's intentions remained a mystery, and the eerie encounter left Gaz and his viewers with more questions than answers. It's unsettling to realize how often we take the safety of our everyday surroundings for granted. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable dangers that can lurk around us. But let's head over to something way more disturbing. What would you do if you heard unearthly noises outside your tent in the dead of night? It all happened on January 12, 2022. A video surfaces on the YouTube channel howtohunt.com, instantly gripping viewers with its unsettling content.
Hear it? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light. Hey! That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready. Everybody, get in my truck.
In the footage, a group of teenagers reacts to strange and terrifying sounds emanating from deep within the woods. What begins as an innocent adventure quickly turns into a night of dread. When you're in the woods at night, it's easy to mistake certain animal noises for human screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats are all known for their eerie calls that can sound disturbingly like human cries. But this time, something was different. The sounds captured in the video were far louder and more menacing than any known animal could produce. As the video unfolds, the teens' reactions remain genuine, their fear palpable. Despite some viewers speculating that the video might be staged, the authenticity of the teenagers' fear is hard to deny. The only thing we can say for sure is that it was probably a good decision they didn't run into whoever or whatever was making those noises. The night ends without further incident, but the mystery remains unsolved. Luckily, these teenagers were together, but imagine hearing footsteps around your campsite when you're all alone in the middle of the night. This unsettling incident took place on the night of 2 December 2020. Camper Vibe, a YouTube channel with over 110,000 subscribers, is known for fun camping and renovation videos. But one episode stands out, a solo camping trip to the Screaming Woods of Daring, near Pluckley in Kent, UK. These woods are infamous for their spine-chilling reputation, even scaring the bravest adventurers. A solo female camper, usually at home in the outdoors, faces a new challenge in these haunted woods. The trip begins normally, with the YouTuber setting up camp and cooking steak and chips over a fire. But as night falls, strange and terrifying sounds start echoing through the darkness.
I don't know if you can see, a Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically, chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh.
At 2 a.m., she wakes up only to hear something very terrifying. Footsteps can be heard right outside her tent, suggesting she is not alone. About an hour later, Something disturbs the crows, causing them to call loudly, as if terrified by an unseen presence. This eerie encounter leaves us all wondering, are the spooky rumors about the screaming woods real,